Okay, so let's say you're in Google Drive and you want to create a spreadsheet like the one that's related to this assignment. So I hit create, select spreadsheet, and then I'll put in a little label up top. If I want to wrap that, right, I can wrap the text. If I want to expand that out, I can just double click on it to make it a little wider as well. So I double click on the little line in between. Alright, so then I'll start my data labels. So it's really observation 1, enter, observation 2, enter, observation 3, observation 4, let's try that one again, 4, and observation 5. So we've got 5 10-minute observations, again, same behavior, repetitive behavior over and over again. And then I'll start tracking the behavior. So each time the person exhibits that behavior, like touching their face, I put in an instance. Okay. Again, if I double click in here, it will shorten those up to match the material that's in each of those cells to the largest instance in the row, or the largest instance in the column. Alright, so now we're going to use the sum feature to sum up the data. So I go to my last instance, I hit the sum function, hit enter, it does the math for me. Do the same thing again, sum feature sum, enter, and we'll do it again. And again. And one last time. That way, if I ever added an instance of data in there, right, and enter, you'll see it actually updates it for me. Knock it out there. Okay. At that point, I'm going to create my chart. So I'm going to hit just the data labels first. It's kind of a two-step task. It'd be nice if I could, press something and select just this area and just this area. But unfortunately, it's not letting me do multiple select anymore. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to select this series here. Hit Insert, Chart. Okay, so we see that's that range there. I'm going to drag it over just a little bit so I can get access to my other point here. If I hit this little icon here, select data range, I can select another data range to add in, and then I can select it within my chart, and those are the two ranges that I want. When I do that, and then select the chart type, you'll see it creates these data labels down below, which is what I want to shoot for, because then I have each observation labeled. Hit Insert, that gives me my chart. And I'll click on the little header there and drag it over so it's a little bit out of the way. Of course, I can shrink it up a little bit too if I want to. Double click in, and I can rename this. I know this one becomes frequency, italicized frequency. And this one becomes observations. And there we go. Next thing, I'll write my paragraph. So what I'll do is I'll take these cells here, and then I'll hit the merge button. Of course, I can always go to format and hit merge cells, merge all cells. And then I'll change the alignment to make sure it's left and up. Click in there again, and the text should already be wrapped at that point. Okay. Double click. I observed whatever behavior for, and yes, I do spell behavior with a U because I'm Canadian, for 5 sessions of 10 minutes each. Period. Okay, if I click off of that, that should just shrink back into the cell, right? So it should just create a little border there for me and do that because it's been wrapped. Okay. When it comes time to share this thing, I hit share. I'm going to change that from private to be anyone with a link. Hit save. And then I'll copy this link up top. Right click and copy. Or I can Command C or Control C depending on what operating system you're using. And then I hit done and go to Angel and submit it.